Okay, feminine, let's see. Let's get into this reading, my love. All right. What are the messages that Spirit has here for you on today? Thank you, thank you. Whoa. We have duality. Okay. Message of peace. Yeah, I'm feeling like you're looking at a situation from both sides. All right. From where you are and also from the other person's point of view. You. Okay. Yeah, this is you doing this. You're choosing to take the higher road. Okay. Peaceful grounds is where you stand. Message of forgiveness. I feel like you have already forgiven this person because you respect yourself, you respect others, even if they have a lack of that respect, you know, for themselves or others. You're respectful. You're peaceful. You're loving. And you can always see both sides. Okay. Forgiveness. Yep. And we have calm as the underlining. So someone may be wondering, how are they remaining so calm right now? I said this, I did this, all this other stuff happened. You're like, shh, man, because it's more so about you than it is about me. And you're someone who's awakened, so you understand that. When a person treats you a certain type of way, says certain things, does certain things, it's really more so about them, where they are, how they feel about themselves, than it is about you. Okay? So I feel like you're just remaining calm. Also, this could be someone that is either a karmic to you or someone that is in a karmic relationship. So because of that karmic relationship, they treated you all sorts of ways. And again, you just have this level of understanding and I'm going to maintain my peace regardless of what. So you're not allowing anything to bother you. This person, on the other hand, they may be repressing or suppressing a lot of emotions here that they feel about you. But Source is revealing these things to you anyhow. Nevertheless, you're still coming across as someone who's already forgiven the person. You're forgiving yourself. You're just free here. You're moving on. All right. But again, person is like, how are they so calm? All right. So you're certainly on someone's mind. Let's see. And I see God here. That's source energy. We have exorcist and lover. I don't feel like you have the desire to try to change anybody. Okay. They may say, but you can change me. You can heal me. Nah, you have to go within and do your own work. All right. You've maintained your peace for a really long time and you plan on continuing doing just that. You know, you don't want to go back and forth with somebody about why they should level up. When a person is ready to change, that's when they'll change. That's when they'll do the work. You're not doing it for this person. You're not telling them, hey, you know what you should do? No. So we have child, magical, and hero, heroine. All right. So it says, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. It is, right? But a person has to climb that mountain themselves. Like, I will see you at the top, you know? It's not like you don't believe in the person. You do. Again, with duality, even if you felt upset, even if you were sad, even if you were mad, whatever it was, you felt that way and you still were able to understand and have compassion for where the person was and where they were coming from. All right? Passion for a journey of personal empowerment. You know, personal empowerment. It can only be personal if you do it yourself. If I do it for you, is that personal? Okay, so you got to do it yourself. Right? And then we have detective here. All right. Let's see. Someone could be spying on you. Wonder who that could be. We have fool. Right person wants to come towards you. Once upon a time, they could have felt like you were a fool, or they could have treated you like you were, you know, naive. That's the word. But it says fearlessly revealing emotions. So you put yourself out there. That's just who and how you are. You're like, this is me. Hello. You know, you're not shying away from showing up authentically. This person, on the other hand, they wear a mask. So they looked at you like you were naive, and perhaps you were showing up that way because you didn't know any better, and now they're realizing something else. All right, I feel like this person is now in so many ways feeling like they're addicted to you, because I just saw the addict card. Okay, so they could be feeling like they're addicted to you, and we have poet in the shadow. Okay, so let us see. Turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. So this person could be someone who's great with their words. This could be someone that you feel like says the right things in the moment, or says what they feel like you want to hear, but does not show up the way that they are saying, you know, like the two things don't match. But again, duality, you understand, you know, it's like how they say, like you understand and respect how things go. Okay, you understand and respect the game, so to speak. You're not a part of it. You observe it, you understand it, you respect it. You know, but if someone wants to play games, you're like, go on ahead, do your thing. So it's like, who's really the fool here, right? Like, who's really still in that energy of not knowing no better? So with the Hermit, you just stay to yourself. You go within, okay? Seek solitude to focus intently on inner life. Serves personal creativity. So you go within for your personal empowerment and your personal creativity. You're in a magical space. You have vision. You're a visionary. So again, you know, like right here, you have a big crown over your head here. All right. So like you really don't have time for distractions and someone who doesn't know who they are, what they want, just want to say the right things, all this other stuff. But this person is now in some sort of energy where perhaps they are regretting that, because Prince is literally someone coming in and wanting to be charming. All right. And then I see Judge. Oh, perhaps I misjudged you. Perhaps I misread this situation. Maybe you did. Okay. Try and be all slick. All right. You have Liberator. You're free, Divine Feminine. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns. Okay. This is why you're able to laugh it off and be understanding and be calm. You're like, you know, I understand truth. Okay. So you're someone who's still seeking the truth. You're still looking for the truth. I understand that. You see everything from a higher place. All right. So this masculine is like, even if they want to be mad, they can't be mad. It's like, if you're not dealing with them, it's because of them and the way that they are right now, but not because of you not understanding or having love. You know, it's like, no love lost, but you just don't have everybody in your space all around you. You know, it says thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Yeah. So in the event that this person doesn't bring that to the table, child, it's like, it's so uninteresting. You know, like this person is not bringing anything that piques your interest. You know, we have Monk and Nun. It's shadow side again. Okay, so it says negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. Okay, so it's almost like this person just wants people to how do I put it? In so many ways, this person may feel like in the event that someone is like this and they are, you know, magical, whimsical, willing to take risks and chances and believes in manifestation and all that other stuff, it's probably like, oh, that stuff doesn't work. You know, this is what you should do. Like maybe they try to force their ways and what they believe and how they feel upon you, because they see you as a rebel. Rejects legitimate authority out of anger. Rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So they feel like, what? No, it's not because of fashion. It's just who you are. Liberated Divine Feminine. It's not a fad for you. Okay, you could be someone that was, you know, hip to this, onto this your entire life, or for a really long while now. You know, this is not something that you're new to. Didn't just, oh yeah, you know, it's what everybody else is doing nowadays. I saw it on social media. Right, we have detective, and I feel like the more this person gets to looking into you, the more they know about you, the more they realize that, like, oh shoot, yeah, teacher, you're teaching them something just by you being yourself. You know, I thought this was the way. You know, I thought this was the only way. I thought this was the know-all, be-all. That's it. Okay, or something like that. Hermit, you're like, okay, you keep on thinking that. You know, so with you saying to yourself, this person questions like, well, why are they saying to themselves? And for you, it's like, because I don't feel we resonate. If I know better, and so I have vision, and this is what I'm choosing to focus on, regardless of what you think, feel, see, or what have you. You know, what I see, what Spirit tells me could be something different than what you see and what Spirit told you. And I'm not here to force you or convince you. I'm just here to do what Spirit told me to do. Okay? So it says great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Yeah, so it's like they wanted to prove that they were correct, but ultimately they ended up learning something. Okay? It says ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. You have that ability. Some of you may be natural born teachers. Alright, you have guide, or you're just like spirit guides, earth angels. Represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Okay? Yeah, so there's a lot of talk. You know, maybe they had a lot to say initially. There could have also been people that were giving their opinion. Okay? A lot of people had a lot to say. It says awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Okay, so yeah, people had a lot to say about you here. We have prostitute, child, what? People had all sorts of ideas. This person could have felt like, well, if you're getting your money this way and that way, you know, it can't just be coming from you being in alignment. What are you getting all this money from? Or what are you doing? Or how, you know, like, what is going on here? Right? It says, insinuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So yeah, you're like, I don't have to confine to one way of doing something, or perhaps you're more so spiritual than religious. And this person's like, oh no, you know, like, this is how you're supposed to do it. You're like, no, again, liberated feminine. I'm not, you know, I don't feel like I have to do this. Again, with the being naive. And the more that they watch you, the more that they observe, the more they're like, oh, so this is what you're knowing. And this is what, you know, and again, the information is out there for everybody. If you don't believe and you have so much to say, just do the research. Please just do the research. You get what I'm saying? Like, otherwise, please be quiet. You know, because you just sound real ignorant. It's like, who's naive again? Who's ignorant again? You know, but you seeing both sides. Because you're like, okay, you understand that not everybody knows better. You know, not everybody knows better. And people fear what they don't know. Right? And with the engineer, this is somebody that is very, like, logical and probably skeptical in some ways. And unless something can be proven, so they had to study you, observe you, watch you, and now they're seeing. All right. But again, you see it from both sides. You already forgave the person. No love lost, no bad blood. Okay, friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. So you're someone who has the ability to, like, you're one with nature. You know how to utilize nature. You understand the power of nature. You're very, very connected. Tapped in. Okay? You have activated your hand, perhaps. Okay? And this person may feel like they sabotage something with you by doubting you. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it will bring to your life. Yep. They sabotage something with you, and they feel like in so many ways they sabotage themselves. This is just what they do, is what I'm feeling. That's they're saying. It's just what I be doing. Oh, mother. And I did see that when I was shuffling. So somebody's mother could have had, they could have had a karmic mother. They could have had a very, you know, deep impression, very long-lasting impression on this person as far as what their life is supposed to be like and what they should be doing and all this other stuff. Now, they're a very loving mother, but a karmic mother nevertheless. They're to teach them some sort of lesson, and perhaps, you know, it's meant for them to learn how to stand up on their own. Like, maybe they were always coddled. You know, it's nothing wrong with being there for your baby and treating them like your baby, because it's your baby. No matter how old they get, that's your baby, you know. But it comes a time where it's like, all right, you got to do your thing. And I know if you haven't been there, you don't know exactly what that feels like, right? However, it's just something that we know is going to come. It's life. It happens. It's like us getting older, you know. That happens. So we can't expect ourselves to get older and not our children. They're going to get older and be wise enough and mature enough to make their own decisions one day. And we have to let them. Alright, so with Child Eternal, it says determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. So you're very youthful. Again, back to them just thinking you're naive. Notice we say child, child, child. You're a child of spirit. So your energy is very youthful, but you're also very wise. We saw the Hermit. So you have duality. It's like very balanced. Another thing with that duality, right? And you're able to see, again, both sides of the situation. This person just never met anybody like you before is what I'm getting from it. You know, so coming across something like this is like, oh, you know, it's false. It's fake. It can't be real until or unless they get the proof. Then it's like, oh, you know, I mean, I've been through it so many times, y'all. That's just what it is. Somebody may feel like you're a shapeshifter. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. Ability to see the potential in everything. All right. Regardless of what it looks like, you're a networker. All right. Enhances unity through the sharing of information. Engenders social awareness and empathy. Okay. Yeah. So you're definitely doing your thing here. Somebody is seeing you. And I feel like it's like, oh, okay. So what you were saying was fact. What you were saying is real. You know, that kind of thing. Before I move on, I'm gonna need more on this right quick. Hold up. 1 second. Where someone was trying to make you their sex slave, but you're a liberated feminine, and now this person is begging for you. Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. They wanted you to surrender your power to them, but you surrender your power to the divine. So again, it's like spirit. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. It's like you surrender your power to the divine, the universe. So the universe blesses you. It's like the universe is your sugar daddy. I know y'all seen that quote. So somebody is like, no, ain't no way you like out here living good and doing this and doing that, and you don't be doing that. You gotta be a prostitute. It might be that extreme. It might not be that extreme. I giggle when I see this card because it's like, what? Why would this even be in this damn? But it's the the character, the personality, you know, that energy of that. So it's like, why would this person be thinking that though? Like, are you just sexually freak? And is that where they're coming from? Like, because they feel like, you know, they gotta beg you for it, or child. It's like they about to start begging for it. They might feel like like they're deprived, and they're realizing now, like, oh, it's not this. This is a goddess. Look at the goddess. This is somebody that's free. I can't make this shit up. And we have the Don Juan here. I cannot make this up. With femme fatale. So you have femme fatale qualities, right? Again, with the duality. That means that your light feminine and your dark feminine energy are balanced. Okay? So this person may have thought the wrong thing. All right? So you know what that means? It's like lady in the street. You know. So the person could have thought the wrong thing. You know, so many different things coming through. But it says the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Everything I said earlier, you're just one with nature, and you're magical and mystical. So this person got the wrong idea. But I feel like, you know, things like that show us everything we need to know. When a person is not mature enough, or is not conscious enough, or not self-aware enough, because if you're aware enough of yourself, then you'll be able to pick up on the energy of others and be able to tell, like, okay, you know, the energy of this person is pretty loud. They're clearly not out here just, you know, she don't know what she's doing, just giving it that. No, this is not that. All right, she is not just out here giving it that. Okay, this is not that. This is a goddess. Okay, she gave it to me. What an honor, you know, or something like that. This person is something else. Okay, but it could be because that poet in reverse and this Don Juan energy, they're the type of person that's so used to just being able to talk the drawers off for anybody. You know what I mean? So in the event that the two of you came together, they like, oh, well, you know, ain't nothing, you know, ain't nothing. You like, what? you know, or something like that. Ciao, good night. Okay, and this may be something that you figured out about this person just by tapping in with the shapeshifter. That's why they may be like, oh, how you know this? Or how, you know, are you a shapeshifter? Child, you networking. You know, how you know this? Were you somewhere that I didn't see you? Or did somebody tell you? Child, you just don't know about this person. I don't blame you. I really don't. As the story all came together, it's like, are you serious? And now they feel like they are outside, like you're not giving them none. You know, this goddess won't give me none. You know, who they giving it to, kind of thing. But you were just over here thinking this person was something that they're not. Alright, that's the yeah, that's why they feel like they sabotaging. Hello. Alright, so passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. That's you. You're like, I'm good. You know, I'm good off this. I'm just going to move forward. Maybe just feel like this is not the person for you because of the way that they handled you or something. Well, alright, let's see what messages. Let's see what messages come out, y'all. OMG, y'all. Hold up. Okay, let's see. What messages do we have for our feminine? Somebody may be trying to come in here and make an offer. Cause themselves trying to be humble. Make an offer because Palace of Swords is being stuck on someone's mind. Alright, stuck on their mind, beloved. Knight of Cups. This is connection, relationship, affection. So you're thinking of coming towards you here. Queen of Wands, very attractive. Goddess energy, of course. Strength card. Two of Cups. This is a very powerful connection here between you and this person. Yo, Emperor. Is this divine masculine coming through? The Hermit. Yeah, you definitely went within, honey. You said, I don't have time for this. Okay. This person don't know what they want for. Yes, they do. We got the Four of Wands and Judgment. Child, they misjudged the situation initially. They was out here on this diamond energy. You emotionally withdrew from this situation. You said, I don't have time for this. Nothing shifted or changed, though, about the way they feel or about the way you feel. But you're still moving with integrity, justice, and with the Ace of Swords, it's like that's your truth. Even if you feel like this is a fated connection, you like, when the time comes, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Until then, I'm doing me. I'm staying prayed up, you know, and I'm staying in alignment. That's what I see here. The Wheel of Fortune is just shifting forward. Allowing what's meant to be to be. If it's not, it won't. You're not forcing anything, though. Knight of Coins is here. Taking it slow. Taking it one day at a time. Trusting the process. Again, this person really feels like you're leaving them out in the cold. The Beggar and the Five of Pentacles is the same thing. It's like you're not giving them any play. You're not giving them any action right now. With that Orphan, it's like, you know, unloved, forgotten, abandoned, neglected, rejected. Alright, the Three of Wands. So they still want to come towards you. It's a phone call of love. I just had that in the last reading. Alright, now with the Faith card here, this is the Hierophant and then the King of Wands. Person feels like the two of you are a vibrational match. They see it for what it is now, not for what they are afraid it could be. You know, they see your truth now. And they're carrying this burden around, you know, because they messed this up. Shit. I mean, we could kitty cat foot around it all day, but the reality is this person feels like they messed it up. Okay. Yeah, we have the Seven of Swords, child, by being sneaky or trying to be a player, trying to be whatever they call themselves trying to be, child. It didn't work. We have the Five of Pentacles, yeah, the Page of Pentacles. I feel like the reason you're blocking this person out is because you possibly feel like whatever they have to offer you is not enough. But this person is coming in wanting to offer you their all, give you everything. King of Cups. You're like, Okay. Head and heart on one accord when it comes to you. King of Cups, King of Swords. You said, Three of Swords. Yeah, their deceptive ways have caused you pain. With the Five of Wands and it flipped itself in reverse. It's like saying you don't want to fight anymore. And that is what's scary to this masculine. You know, when a person is no longer arguing with you, no longer fighting with you, no longer going back and forth, they just don't have nothing to say. They pretty much says everything that you need to know. A person is tired of doing that with you, whatever that is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the Hermit, the Ten of Swords, exactly. The Ten of Swords is an abrupt ending. And the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. But it's somebody who's going to continue on. They're going to give it their all and try again. The Nine of Wands in reverse, I'm tired and I give up. You get what I'm saying? With the Ten of Wands, You know, so it's like whatever this person did, maybe they just thought that it was okay to keep treating you a certain type of way as if you were not who you are. And that is a problem. You get what I'm saying? I'm very compassionate. I'm forgiving. I'm kind. I'm all these things. You get what I'm saying? You know, but the second you try to treat me like I'm less than, that's where you go wrong. Okay? That's where you have me messed up at. Okay? Then we have the Two of Swords and the Eight of Cups. I feel like they never saw this coming. Basically, they never thought you would leave because the Queen of Wands is very loyal. All right? Very loyal. So they like, yeah, you know, they knew you were loyal to them and you wouldn't go anywhere. But the reality is the Queen of Wands knows who she is as well. She's an Empress. I'm not settling for less. Okay? So a lot of regret coming from this person right now. Forever having this been a one-sided situation at any point in time. All right, Seven of Pentacles is now the energy of them waiting on you to come back, waiting on you to respond to them for some of you because you're not saying nothing. You haven't been and you don't plan on it. All right, so Six of Pentacles. Palace of Wands. Palace of Wands is passion and desire. All right, so their desire right now is to have the opportunity to reciprocate your energy and efforts. They're feeling really generous right now. I want to offer love. You know, I'm begging you, but temperance is here. Temperance is divine intervention, but also alignment. Okay, so I see you being alone, being on your own, chilling, minding your business. There's double Venus energy here, so it's like you're just tending to you, beautifying yourself possibly. Okay, doing whatever you got to do to make yourself feel good right here and now. Okay, taking care of you in all the best of ways, but it's only making them want you more. Ace of Cups. Okay, yeah, because they realize this is a whole goddess. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. You know, it's like the best of both worlds. Perhaps you are this goddess and you are this other energy as well, but for the person you love, though. You know what I mean? Like, not for the world or something like that. All right, so child, this person got something going on with them. They really want to find their way back to you. They could be talking to a reader or getting readings. Okay, with the High Priestess here. How do I find my way back to this person with the Tree of Life, the Queen of Coins, the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups? That's what my heart desires. I want to be their husband, the Empress, the Emperor. How do I make this happen? How do I get this breakthrough? Ace of Wands. All right, because right now they really do feel like they're in the energy of begging. And it's not like they are not willing to. They're definitely willing to beg. But they don't want to, right? Who would want to do that? Okay. So if I can find a way to get through to my person where they can see me for who I am, remember who I am, and forgive me for my mistake and the error of my ways, then we can move forward. That'd be great. Okay. So we have the 7th chakra, spirituality and connectivity. Girl, you're tapped in. I said that earlier. Your hand is activated. You're connected to nature. And this deck would be the one that I choose when I say that, right? And the Empress is a tree in this deck with the harvest coming from her, okay? And the baby in her hands. So you're very connected to nature, fully tapped into source. All right, light element, every color, a form of love. Aww. Yeah, I feel like there's still love here in this energy. Again, with duality, you see both sides of a situation. All right, it says 8th auric field, interdimensionality and time travel. Right, so again with the shape shifting, time traveling, astro traveling, things like that is what comes to mind. Okay, we have the 9th chakra, harmony and idealism. All right, harmony and idealism, bringing everything together for all. What will be the most ideal situation or outcome? Triple warmer meridian, regulation and internal communication. Okay. And we have the meridian system, riverways of energy. All right, so some of you might be doing some work with your meridians. Okay, like charging your stomach meridian or something. Different meridians throughout the body. Okay. You have spleen meridian. See, another one. Thoughts and energy distribution. So it's like you're just working on all your meridians here. Okay. That's what it feels like. Clearing yourself out, getting yourself in alignment.
It's time for bed.
Okay. We have third chakra, beliefs and structure. Remember the religious versus spirituality thing? We have metal element, deflecting negativity and transmitting positivity. So yeah, all the negative energy that comes to you, you transmute it to something else. Universe is your sugar daddy. All right, we have 12th auric field, transcendence. Okay. Alright, stone elements, recording and stability. And let me see what this underlying energy is here right quick. We have the 6th auric field, future and resonance. So this this person feels like the two of you resonate in such a way that they see themselves having a future with you despite previous mistakes. Okay, and so again, in the event you can forgive them, which you already have done, but perhaps they don't know that. Then the two of you can come back together. But this person feels like, you know, because you're not speaking to them, that you haven't forgiven them. And what a lot of people don't realize is that you don't have to speak to someone ever again in order for you to have forgiven them. You know, you could have already forgiven the person, but okay. So that's just what it is. All right. But those are the messages, y'all, that I have here for you at the time. Just like Sage just bust out wandering, I feel like somebody's feeling like that right now because their feminine won't come back. All right. But those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and AQUARIUS.